Hi, this is John Wentworth. Not all recruiting is equal. Some works well, delivering great candidates on time and for a reasonable price. Other recruiting does not. The difference between the two is how the work is done. The litmus test of good recruiting is getting good hires. What is a good hire? Well, partly it's the outcome, long-term, stable, and productive employees. Partly it's how the getting of those hires fits into the organization. If any of those does not work correctly, good hires will not happen. This is all fine, but who cares? Why is making good hires important? It's important because good hires get you long-term, stable, and highly productive employees. The best candidates run through the wrong process will not become good hires. By process, we mean the steps you take to fill a job. Those steps can be organized and informed by data, or they can be disorganized and informed by guesses. We will not spend a lot of time on the management of the recruiting process, but we'll make these points. A disciplined process can cause jobs to be filled on time. Why is this important? Because work needs to be done for the company to be healthy, and you cannot do the work without the right people. With the right people on board at the right time, the work gets done on time. A disciplined process can produce jobs filled for a reasonable cost. This is an entire discussion by itself, but for today's purpose, we just need to know that it can cost too much or it can cost an appropriate amount. A disciplined process can produce recruiting that costs an appropriate amount of money. A disciplined process that delivers results in an orderly way removes an irritant from the lives of recruiting's internal customers. Happy internal customers make for a more productive organization, plus happier working conditions and a better professional advancement for those associated with the recruiting effort. A professor at Chapman University some years ago correlated candidates liking the recruiter with their accepting offers. Candidates infer that they will be treated no better on the job than they are treated during the courtship of recruiting. If you want your candidates to want your jobs, your process needs to be considerate and comfortable for them. Lastly, on process. The process must drive partnership. Each person has a role and an obligation to perform their role well. If every team member does his or her job well, the process will hum. A recruiting process to deliver good hires must be orderly and disciplined. If it is, your recruiting can fill jobs on time so your work gets done on time, controls the cost of recruiting, and reduces organizational discord. The end result of Next Practices recruiting is long-term, stable, and highly productive employees. I hope you've enjoyed this and found it useful. Please feel free to call me at 310-732-2301 if you have any questions or would like to talk about this. Thank you so much. This is John Wentworth. Goodbye for now.